Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, it's crying. It's crying on the side of the United States of America. It's crying in all the senses. Yes, the United States of America are faced with situations still very difficult these last hours. After what happened past concerning Charlie, the people American hasn't even finished yet cry. They haven't even yet found him assailant. They haven't even finished yet collect on this Charlie Kick business. And here is another case that just happened. And this case, which has just occurred, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it comes from proof that America is extremely vulnerable because it happened in a camp military training. In a military training camp. Yes. Within the military academy from Annapolis, the shock is great. Until the moment we are in speaking, the authorities refuse to communicate on the figures. Right now, I'm doing to carry out the video conference. It is exactly 11 p.m. GMT. Yes, 11 p.m. GMT, the authorities refuse to communicate on the figures. There are had several injured. Yes, the attack took place within the military academy. That is, you cannot imagine. It is not elsewhere but within of an institution which trains military, and by any military, the American military. I tell you what America has always done elsewhere. We have the impression that it is being transported on its territory. Let's go deep. We don't know who is behind it. Let's go deep. It's a shock in Annapolis. It is a breach in a sanctuary military. This is the most appropriate title. September 11th, 2025. We all know the September 11th is a date very sensitive in the United States of America. You remember what happened at that time? Yes, Americans still have that pain. On the 10th, one is sent to eternal rest of Donald Trump's best friends. The 11th, it is the military academy which is targeted. So on September 11th, the alert rang out at midday on Thursday, 11th September 2025, the Naval Academy, American University of Annapolis, was placed in lockdown. They alerted. They put the academy in lockdown. And lockdown means, say what? It's total confinement, total lockdown. No return to school, no exit. Done. It's after the act. So shots were reported at Bancroft Hall. And the Bancroft Hall is what? Is the biggest dormitory military of the world. Gunshots were reported in Bancroft Hall. It is the largest military dormitory of the world, where there is 1,600 rooms, Maranat. 1,600 rooms. It is the largest dormitory in the world. Gunshots were reported, and finally the suspect, they put hand on a suspect. According to several witnesses, the suspect would be a former midshipman who was expelled. I know not what midshipman means. Well, these are the information that we succeed. That's it in any case, who has been expelled and who entered the campus, pretending to be a police officer. Military. So he's officially back. Means that this means that the services of Naval Military Academy Security of Annapolis is not working properly. This America beating its chest, this America that judges everywhere, that it is strong, she is powerful, someone who is not from the police service, which is not military, who enters a military academy. Now, the academy is supposed to be protected, but really secure, because there are people who have to go serve the American homeland. And knowing how many times the soldiers Americans are formidable on the ground, we cannot understand and believe that America can be weak until level. The suspect entered. So it must be said that this September 11th is already a date that is heavy of history. Annapolis discovers that the enemy can arise inside. So the enemy has emerged inside. I would like you to share this video conferencing to the max. Share it in all groups, yes, regarding the victims and the provisional balance sheet. The provisional balance sheet even is in uncertainty. According to initial reports, in the afternoon of this September 11th, there is had several victims, several injured, or potentially several deceased, because the numbers, they don't give not. This may show the weakness of America, and it is its weakness that is exposed. How are the services, American intelligence could not prevent the one who did the thing from Charlie Kick? That's here first. It's a shame. And just at the following day, within the Naval Military Academy, we come again. We penetrate. We do this that good. They come. They penetrate. They do what they want seems. Imagine. It's true. We don't want that. This is not a good thing. Does not encourage it either. But what happens past? It demonstrates the weakness of America that Donald Trump sought to present as being a America very powerful, very strong. So there were evacuations. That's it. So for the moment, there is no official numerical confirmation. Had medical evacuations that were observed while the authorities remain silent on the exact number. They keep silent. She keeps the silence, I was going to say. She refuses to speak. This is the greatest dormitory in the world that was attacked. Yes. So there is total confusion. Families, students experience hours of anguish without communication. Clear before the end of the day. So when the balance sheets are crazy, the anxiety spreads faster than bullets. So what are the consequences, strategic and political, of an 11 military September? First, on the security plan, security military is shaken. It is a symbol that is reached the military academy. So the attack affects a key institution of the training of Navy officers who is a symbol of discipline and of authority. So the fact that it was able to penetrate the September 11th, 2025, despite the anniversary, sensitive to the 2001 attacks, this seriously questions vigilance, and therefore this calls into question the protocol, internal security, verification of identities, alumni access, control at the doors of the facilities military. There was distrust of all levels. The political repercussion immediate is that the Pentagon and the White House are questioned. How ensure future protection of future officers if the academy itself is vulnerable? The Pentagon and the White House are arrested. Already it must be said that on the evening of September 11th, 2025, congressional representatives have called for explanation. Some require an audit complete academy security military. They no longer have confidence. Families of these students, marked by the images, demand transparency and responsibility. And ultimately, it is the weakness of America that is exposed. The Americans are asking themselves this: is it okay? Take 5 when. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the one of the news. Please share it as much as possible. I come back later with news. It was the voice of your unique samurai.